Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound Divination Wave, and this is day 22 of the March daily draws. So let's see what message we're going to get today. And I'll be taking the first card from the Druidcraft Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. So let's get the reading on the way and choose our first card. Okay, so here we go, and today we will go there. And our card today is the Two of Swords. There with the swords. Another one with a blindfold. we yesterday we had the Eight of Swords. So another swords. So it's to do with the mind, thoughts, ideas, the way we're thinking, or also communication, speaking, the words that we use, the ideas that we express. So yes, we had the Eight of Swords yesterday, and that involved a lady with a blindfold and swords. So there's a theme developing. But I think this one is she can't quite decide which path to take. Which path do we take? Now, yesterday I said that we can see the true nature of ourselves in the situation by taking off the blindfold, so that we can remove that, we can see things in a newer light, so we can remove the restricting, limiting thoughts and perceptions about ourselves and our situation. But here I would suggest that there's an advantage in the blindfold. So in other words, we have a contrast here, because maybe by sight, just by looking at the external choices, the path that you can take, they're more or less the same. There's nothing about them that almost differentiates them, and it's hard just by looking to know which choice to make, which idea to follow, what decision to make. So maybe the blindfold will help, because she will shut out the external factor, and that will help her perhaps to go within and follow more a subconscious, intuitive way to determine the path that she wants to follow. She's going to have to listen to her true self, to her higher self. She's going to have to connect intuitively to a situation and weigh things up in her mind, both in a conscious mind and subconscious mind, intuitively. So the decision is not necessarily by looking without, it's maybe by looking within and to seeing where she's drawn to intuitively. And that may be the way that we can, if we're facing a decision or we've got ideas, which idea do we follow? And they could be equally good, equally bad, or whatever. There's nothing necessarily much to make one or the other stand out, perhaps. And so maybe we need to go within. We need to block off the this dimension, this outward physical dimension, and our physical senses of way of evaluating the situation, and perhaps go within. Even if it's just closing our eyes and meditating and connecting with ourselves intuitively about it, and seeing where we are intuitively drawn. We don't need necessarily to put on an actual physical blindfold, unless that helps you. Of course, if that helps, then by all means do so. Anything that works for us, that will help us move forward. But it's mainly the sense of that where your focus is going. It's going into your intuition, and when you do that, you will get an inkling as to, will follow this path, and maybe the paths could. And I think as well is that don't be afraid to make a decision in the sense that it will turn out to be the wrong one. Follow your instinct, follow your intuition, but maybe these are just two paths that are different ways of arriving at the same place, and maybe you'll have slightly different or different experiences along each particular path, but ultimately you'll get to where you're meant to be. The universe will use whichever path you choose. It'll just be the kind of journey you have along the way that will maybe the difference, and how you will grow and what you will learn. So I think what this is saying is, follow your intuition and don't worry too much. When you feel that you've made the right decision, you've got the right choice, then go with that and let the universe work with you, and let it take you to where you need to be. Let's see what oracle card we get to go with that. Here we go. And we have, oh, look at that, seer. See beyond the current situation. That's almost looking into the ball, following a spiritual connection, an intuitive. And look, she's got the veil. She's got the over her eyes. She's got her eyes covered, so she's looking beyond what she can see, beyond the immediate situation, and following her intuition as to the path that she can take. She's there. It's interesting that we've got the eyes covered in both cards. So it's not by sight, it's more by an intuitive knowing that we see from our inner eye rather than our outward physical eye, where we need to be, to see beyond, to take us beyond our current situation, to determine the path we should take. So trust your gut, trust your intuition, go deep within, look for that intuitive solution to the situation. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back at the midweek point tomorrow for day 23. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.